Hare Krishna. Hello friends, how are you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. This is Ritendra. I am preacher of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and today I come with very special lecture. Today I am going to talk about the first chapter, first verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and I am trying to make all of you explain how this each and every verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita we can implement in our real life and with a realistic example. But before I start my lecture, I would like to introduce Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is written by Sri Bhaktivedanta Srila Mahaprabhupada from ISKCON temple, and I would have to say Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a best book for morally motivate to anybody. The people who are actually follower of Srimad Bhagavad Gita will never do anything wrong with anyone because that person would have a mercy in his heart. That person will definitely think about each and every living entity because that person is following Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and we have to consider Srimad Bhagavad Gita as a best motivational book. And first motivational lecture was conducted by Lord Krishna before more than 5,000 years ago to Arjuna. Means the first motivational lecture was delivered by Lord Krishna on this earth. So we have to understand Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the best way to morally motivate to anybody. So let's get into Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The first verse and first chapter. By this video means I'm trying to make a sequence of the videos in which I will conduct a lecture each and every verse and make all of you understand with a realistic example. So let's start. The first chapter, observing the armies on the battlefield. Observing the armies on the battlefield. Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Here, this is the words of Dhritarashtra. Dharma Chetra Kurukshetra Samaveta Yusava Mamaka Pandava Cheva Kim Kurvata Sanjaya. Means Mamaka, my people, and Pandavas. When we are thinking this is mine and this is not mine, at that time the irreligious practices would have taken a birth, would have born at that particular place. When we are thinking something is mine and something is not mine, because we will never do any kind of harm with our family member, because we all know our families are main cause of our happiness, and we are having a happiness and richness and abundant things. We will surely we will distribute our wealth with our family equally. We will never do anything wrong with anyone, but at the same time we also know that all the things will come from the society, but we will do harm the society because so we are only considering the society as an instrument to get our happiness and wealth, but we are only considering our family as a cause of our happiness and as well as our wealth. So by this verse we can understand Dharma Chetra Kurukshetra Samveta Yuvitsavah Mamakeha Pandava Cheva Kim Akruta Sanjaya. What the people are doing means Pandavas and Kauravas, my people and Pandavas, both were together in order to fight this battlefield. What they are actually doing, my people, here Dhritarashtra asked to Sanjaya, my people. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is mainly conversations of Lord Krishna and Arjuna, but before that the conversation of four people, in between four people, means Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya and Lord Krishna and Arjuna. Dhritarashtra here asked to Sanjay, oh Sanjay had a Drivya Drashti by which he can observe the entire battlefield, he can see, he can speculate entire battlefield, and by which here Dhritarashtra asked to Sanjay, oh Sanjay, after my son, something is mine, my son and the son of Pandus, my younger brother's sons, both were together, both were assembled. What they are actually doing in the battle of Mahabharata? Place of pilgrimage at a Kurukshetra, Dharma Chetra Kurukshetra, Dharma Chetra Kurukshetra Samaveta Yuvitsava Mamakeva Pandava Cheva Kim Kruvata Sanjaya. Here the place of pilgrimage at a Kurukshetra, desiring to fight. What they are actually doing? Bhagavad Gita is widely read theistic science summarized in the Gita Mahatma glorification of Bhagavad Gita. The meaning of Gita, Geet, the group of the Geet, group of the song that is called Geet or Gita in Sanskrit. So Gita is a group of the song, and Bhagavad Gita means the song which one was sung by Lord Krishna. That is why the Srimad, it's called Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And there it says that one should read Srimad Bhagavata very scrutinizingly with the help of the person who is a devotee of Lord Krishna. The person who is devotee of Lord Krishna, that only person will make you understand entire Srimad Bhagavad Gita. But the person who is not devotee of Lord Krishna, that person will never able to make you understand of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And try to understand without personally motivated interpretation. We don't have to associate our personal interpretation and personally motivated interpret whatever Lord Krishna stated in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We have to convey as it is in its real form to the other people. Otherwise, it will be manipulated and it will definitely given a wrong message to other people. The example of the clear understanding is that Bhagavad Gita itself as it is. In the way teaching is understood by Arjuna, who heard the Gita directly from Lord. And if someone is fortunate enough to understand Bhagavad Gita in the line of discipline succession without motivational interpretation, and he surpasses all the studies of Vedas and wisdom. So how would we have to read Srimad Bhagavad Gita? We have to read Srimad Bhagavad Gita without personal motivation, without any kind of personal interest. We have to convey Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is. Whatever Lord Krishna stated to Arjuna, we have to directly understand, we have to directly got that kind of perception. Otherwise, misinterpretation will definitely kill the entire society. Like Quran and Sharif is misinterpreted by other people. That's why the people are moving on the wrong path. But Quran and Sharif is the best version. We all have to understand many good things. Means Quran and Sharif is the best book by motivation, by science. It's a pure book of science and humanity. And Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a pure book of science and humanity. So we have to understand this thing. And all the sculpture in the world, and one will find in Bhagavad Gita that it's contained in other sculpture, but the reader will also find the things which are not be found in elsewhere. If we try to understand Srimad Bhagavad Gita, then we will surely find that many sculpture, many things which are written in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which are stated by Lord Krishna before more than 5,000 years ago, these all are not written by any sculpture, written in any sculpture. So we have to understand this Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a very unique book. That what we have to understand. The topic discussion by Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya are described in Mahabharata. The basic principle is this great philosophy. It is understood that this philosophy evolved on the battle of Kurukshetra. His life is a battlefield. We all have to fight against adharma. If there is injustice in the society, if there is injustice in our family, we have to fight against our family. We have to stand up against our family. We have to take a stand against our family, our parents, in anyone in our society, in anyone in our life. We have to stand up, because in order to tolerate, if we are able to tolerate injustice in our life or dharma in our life, then people will definitely take in granted. We have to raise our voice against adharma. So we have to understand these things. If wife got injustice, and whether knowingly or unknowingly husband has doing this particular thing, husband has done particular thing, then if wife approached to police station and made a police complaint, then that is justifiable. That is a not wrong thing. We have to understand this thing. If there is something is wrong, then you will surely get wrong things. So every action has an equal and opposite reaction. We have to understand this is a principle of the karma. We have to understand this thing. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. If my wife has filed a police complaint against me because she found that I did many kind of injustice with her, then she approached to police station and file a complaint against me and put a 22 allegation of 22 sections against me as per Indian Penal Code. Then I would have to understand there is a injustice in the society. I have done some kind of adharma with her. That is only reason why she has filed a complaint against me. So this is the realistic example we have to understand. And there is a cause behind all the action. Equal means there is a equality means there is a, if there is a action, there is a inaction, there is also reaction. So we have to understand this thing, we have to understand. And Lord Krishna is there, and life is all about battlefield. We have to stand, we have to stand for injustice, we have to stand against injustice, we have to stand against adharma. So we have to understand this thing. The word dharma kshetra means the place of pilgrimage. Religious rituals are performed is a significant because one on the battlefield of the Kurukshetra, the supreme personality of the Godhead, Lord Krishna, was present on the side of Arjuna, and Dhritarashtra, the father of Kurus, was highly doubtful that the possibility of his son's ultimate victory. In his doubt, he inquired from his secretary Sanjay, what did they do? Because they were assembled in the battle of Mahabharata. Actually, we are very curious to, if there is a fight in our society, in this current scenario, what will happen? You know, if there is a fight, if the accident took place, at that time, what will we do? We will be spectators. We will not help. We will not. We are not able to. We are not willing to subside the issue. We are not willing to help the other people who are actually victim. We have to help the victim. If people are fighting in the family, in the society, we have to subside the people rather than pour of ghee in the particular fighting, in the particular things. We have to understand these things. Life is all about battlefield. We don't have to keep any kind of animosity with anyone. Means we don't have to take any kind of revenge action to miss with anyone. However, that person has done many things wrong with you, you don't have to go and take a revenge. Punishment is required, but not in form of revenge. If that particular person got a punishment, and if you are able to pardon that particular person after giving a punishment, then it would be a better things, because otherwise you will be burned in the fire of the revenge. So revenge will definitely destroy your life as well as all the people's life who are actually associated with you. So that person who have asked you to get a apology many times, but if you are not able to give an apology to that person, then you are burning in the fire of the revenge. So you just have to understand these things. People are making a mistakes. Human beings are only making a mistake. No? Lord Krishna will never make any kind of mistake. In the form of human beings, Lord Krishna made many mistakes. So we have to understand these things. Only human beings are making mistakes. So we have to pardon the people, but the punishment is required, because without punishment the person is not able to understand anything in his life. So I hope you all can understand. This is the first verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. If you are having any questions, any doubt, then please kindly put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Radhe Radhe.